Hello children, welcome to the online classes. In the previous session, I explained you kingdom Monera and kingdom Protista. Kingdom fungi. Three kingdoms are completed: Monera, Protista and fungi. And the next kingdom is Plantae. How many kingdoms are there altogether? 5 kingdoms are there. What are they? Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae and Animalia. So, monerans are unicellular prokaryotes. Protista, unicellular eukaryotes. Fungi, multicellular eukaryotes. Yeast is unicellular eukaryote in fungi. Except yeast, all are multicellular eukaryotes. Their body wall is made of chitin. You have learnt already all these 3 kingdoms. So, the next kingdom is Plantae. Kingdom Plantae. All the plants come under this kingdom. If you observe the plants around us, there are some plants which do not bear flowers and some plants are bearing flowers. Based on flowering and non-flowering, the plants are divided into cryptogams and phanerogams. Based on flowering, the plants are divided into 2 categories mainly: cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams are non-flowering plants and phanerogams are flowering plants. These non-flowering plants are again divided into Thallophyta Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. These are the 3 categories under cryptogams. Cryptogams are the non-flowering plants. Phanerogams are the flowering plants. Phanerogams are divided into angiosperms and gymnosperms. Angiosperms and gymnosperms. Angiosperms are again divided into monocots and dicots. Later, while explaining phanerogams, I will explain that in detail. So now coming to the cryptogams, the non-flowering plants. The first category is Thallophyta. Under Thallophyta, all the algae come under Thallophyta. Algae live in mostly water. Wherever the surface of the wall or floor or in the water, if the water stagnates in ditches, lakes, ponds, wherever water is there for a long period, there we can see these algae growing. Sometimes when there is rain, heavy rain, in the ditches on the roads, the water stagnates. After few days, if you observe, green color patch appears. That green color patch is nothing but algae. That is Thallophyta. Thallus means a flat structure. Phyta, plant. It is not having a particular root, stem or leaves. Just a thallus. Thallus-like structure. That is why the name Thallophyta is given to these algae. Actually, algae are green in color because they have chlorophyll. They can prepare food for themselves and also provide food for other organisms in the water, just like fish and tadpole larvae. They eat these algae. There are different types of algae. Single-celled unicellular algae are there, multicellular algae are there. Unicellular algae, the best example is Chlamydomonas. The locomotory organ of Chlamydomonas is flagellum. Chlamydomonas is a unicellular algae. Thallophytes are nothing but algae. They are green in color. They do not have specialized root system, shoot system or leaves. They do not bear any such organs, just like other plants. But they are simply thallus-like. That's why the word thallophyta. Example, Chlamydomonas. It is a unicellular algae. And multicellular algae are nostoc, Volvox, Spirogyra, Laminaria, nostoc, Volvox, Spirogyra, Laminaria. These are different algae, names of the algae. Algae not only having chlorophyll, but some algae they have other pigments also. Red algae has red pigment and brown algae have brown pigment. Like that, different colored pigments are there in algae. If you see Red Sea is full of these brown algae and red algae. That is why it gives the appearance red color. The water is not red in color there in Red Sea, but only because of these brown algae, Laminaria, the total sea is filled with these. That is why the name Red Sea. It gives a red appearance. That's why it got its name like that. So these are the different algae that we can see in pond water or in lakes or on the river, banks of the river, wherever the wet ground is there, on the wet walls, on the wet surface of the floor, in the ditches. Yes, so this is about algae. They can prepare their own food. They provide food for other organisms. They are autotrophs. They are symbionts also. For example, algae and fungi. The association of algae and fungi is the best example for symbiosis. What do you mean by symbiosis? The association of any two organisms in which both get benefit. Here, algae get shelter, fungi get food. That is why it is called symbiosis. The association of algae and fungi, certain type of algae and certain type of fungi, they live in association with each other. In this association, fungi give shelter to the algae and algae give food to the fungi. That is why that association is called lichens. These lichens are used in extracting litmus. Yes, so that is about Thallophyta. Hope you understood Thallophyta. The next, Bryophyta. These bryophytes also, they do not have true root system, stem system or leaves. True stem, true roots, true leaves are absent. Just root-like structures are present. For example, rhizoids. The root-like structures in bryophytes are called rhizoids. They hold the plant to the soil. These rhizoids absorb water and minerals from the soil. And next, stem. Stem is also not well developed structure. It's not a true stem. How can we say that it is not a true stem? If you take the section of that, cross section of that stem-like structure in these bryophytes, if you observe under electron microscope, we cannot see the tissues that should be present in the stem. What are the tissues that we have to find in a true stem? Already in plant tissues you have learnt. What are the plant tissues? Meristematic tissue. Of course, meristematic tissue won't be in the stem, a section of the stem, because it is present at the tip of the stem and tip of the root. But other tissues, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, simple permanent tissue, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, we cannot find these. And also vascular bundles are not there. So by this we can say it's not a true stem. It is a stem-like structure. Leaves also, they do not have veins. If it is a true leaf, it should have veins. If we take the section and observe under electron microscope, we should find chloroplasts, chlorenchyma, parenchyma, vascular bundles, all these are not there. That is why we can say they are not true leaves or true stems or true roots. Root-like, stem-like and leaf-like structures. For example, bryophyte, in Bryophyta, the examples are Marchantia, Funaria and moss. So, in the next session, I will tell about Bryophyta in detail and the life cycle of Funaria and moss plant. I will explain you. Hope you understood, children. Follow the video I have sent you, or in Google Meet class I will exhibit that. I will present that video. You watch that. You can experience that. What are bryophytes? What are pteridophytes? What are thallophytes and all. So it will be lively. Follow that. Attend the Google Meet class. Then you can follow. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.